Hello students and parents. I thought I would try to do a video update today rather than send another long email. We're now 7 days into this school closure. I think it is important to keep that in perspective. Last year we lost 16 days to inclement weather and we were able to recover and have a normal end to the school year, and I fully expect that we will do the same this year. I know that many of you are concerned about the potential what-ifs of this situation, but I want to encourage you to focus on what you can control, not on the what-ifs. If we all do that, we will lessen the impact of this event. If we follow the guidelines to mitigate the spread of this virus, practice social distancing, wash our hands, avoid gathering in groups, and eliminate unnecessary trips, we will increase the likelihood that we can return to school sooner rather than later. Students, if you follow the guidelines for distance learning sent last week while you're out of school, keep a regular schedule, read daily, and engage in the academic growth activities available to you, you will be better prepared to return to school and accelerate learning once we're back in session. These are the things that you can control, and it is healthy for you to focus on them, especially when there is so much that is still unknown and beyond our control. A few parents contacted me last week asking if we are planning to move our classes online. We are not in a position to do that at this time, as we are waiting for clear guidance from the Michigan and federal departments of education. Further, we do not need to move classes online at this time, as we are just 7 days into this closure. As I mentioned earlier, we lost 16 days to inclement weather last year, and we were able to effectively recover and complete the school year. We made a conscious decision very early in this situation to move slowly with any learning transition, but that does not mean that we are not planning. We are planning for a variety of possibilities, and we will be ready to support our students once we have more clear information. Until that time, students should engage in the enrichment and review activities available to them. If your teachers are sending activities and you're able to access them, you should do them. Not because you'll be graded, but because you'll be learning. If you're not getting activities from your teachers right now, or you're not able to access them, you should be reading and thinking about other things that you can do to stay connected to learning. I expect that we will know more as April 13th approaches, and we will share information with all of you as soon as we have good information to share. I also received a few questions last week about upcoming events like prom, senior release, field trips, and graduation, to name a few. The reality is we don't have enough clear information to make concrete decisions about many of these upcoming events at this time. We're watching this situation closely and discussing decisions daily, and will again communicate those decisions as they are made. At this time, we are still planning to conduct events scheduled after April 13th, but I would caution families about committing financial resources to any of those events, as this situation continues to develop and we may need to make additional adjustments as more information becomes available. Finally, I had some questions last week about state testing, which is scheduled to begin on April 14th. I know that our juniors are especially concerned about this, as they are scheduled to take the SAT college entrance exam. Last week, the Federal Department of Education and the President announced that they would be considering waivers of the federal mandate for state testing for those states that choose to apply. We do not have any official information at this time that the testing will be canceled or postponed in Michigan, but Michigan submitted its application today, and I expect that the testing schedule will be adjusted. I think it is very unlikely that there will be any testing on the scheduled date, as the materials have not been shipped, which means we will not have them in time to conduct testing on the scheduled date. Again, I will provide more clear information as it becomes available, but I do not believe that we will be conducting the PSAT or SAT on April 14th, based on the information available to me today. In closing, I want to thank all of you again, students, staff, parents, and members of the community. Last week was certainly difficult, but what I saw was a strong community pulling together to face a difficult challenge. Families asking about volunteer opportunities, students finding ways to pitch in and help, teachers worried for their students, and a community looking for ways to support one another. Difficult challenges often bring out the very best in people, and I am seeing that in Lowell. I want to encourage all of you to continue looking for ways to take care of each other, follow the guidelines for social distancing and mitigation, and focus on what you can control. We will get through this together, and we will be okay. Be well, take care of each other, and go Red Arrows.